Hello, I'm back.
My house was haunted for a week. The most beautiful ghost I've ever seen. And all the songs I wrote back then are no longer about you. And for a week
Hello.
the grass was just as green on my side of the street.
Okay, I'm doing another video. I'm doing another one. Welcome back. If you're coming back, if you're not coming back, welcome. I'm making a song today, or rather, I'm going to show you how I made the song, because it's this time it's not a from scratch kind of thing. It's a song that I already produced. It's a song that I've already wrote. It's a song that's essentially finished, and I'm just mixing it at this point. But it's kind of an interesting moment to reflect on what I did, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Maybe you can find something interesting in this. I think I will. Have fun. So with the guitars, I did something that I rarely do, which is use two different guitars. I used one nylon string and one steel string, and the mix of them, I think, makes up why this song sounds the way it does, essentially because that's the main component. That's the one thing that always is present in the song, and I think it's really it came out cool. So it's a nylon string guitar that I double tracked. It also has a little piece of a sponge underneath the strings, so it's like a rubber bridge sound kind of. And I double tracked it and panned it hard left and right, and then I took the steel string guitar and then I played it once and it's straight down the middle. And I think that's an interesting mix of sounds, because the nylon string guitar has this very close sound. It's very muted and warm and textured, and the other one is like, it has a lot of sustain and it sounds quite roomy. I think I was quite far away from the microphone when I recorded this one, and it's just it just makes for a guitar world that is very three-dimensional, and it's very interesting to listen to. And then I resampled this whole stack and I put like RC20 on it and made it like a little wobbly. That's essentially what the guitars do, and I'm really happy about them. Mainly the part where I double track the main guitar and pan it hard left and right, because it's just so interesting, and it instantly creates a room to exist in for the listener and for myself.
Oh, I hope the ghost won't mind.
Okay, then the vocals, they're very, very simple. There is just one vocal track, one main vocal track, 90% of the song, and then I did some doubles in the bridge, and there's one line where I did harmonies, and they're doubled as well, I think, but other than that, it's just one main vocal track throughout, and it's nothing special. It's just a take that I'm happy with, and it's mixed very rudimentary. It's nothing special. And then we have the second main instrument part of the song, which is the synths. And the first of the synths is not a synth, it's a guitar. It's a slide guitar. And I probably used my Fender Strat for that, because that's what I use most of the time. And I don't have a slide, so I probably used either my coffee mug or this microphone as a slide, which I do most times when I record slide. And then I layered that with 2 tracks of Farfisa organ, and then I have 3 Prophet tracks, and it does bass. There's this one preset, it's called dub bass, which is just a very clean and thick synth bass. And then I have like 2 tracks left and right which do chord stuff on top of the Farfisa and the slide guitars. and it's just a very simple patch, which is kind of in the middle between a flute and a horn patch, and it has some glide on it because I love glide, and that's essentially it. There's one more thing, which is the kick drum, and I did that with the Teenage Engineering KO2 EP 133, I think it's called. Yeah, it's just a sampler, and I try to keep a bunch of drum samples on there that I like. So every time I need a kick or something, most times it's a kick. I don't use my software instrument for that. I just use the sampler because I like using instruments.
My house was haunted for a week, the most beautiful ghost I've ever seen, and all the songs I wrote back then are no longer about you. And for a week the grass was just as green on my side of the street. Well, last night I forgot to sleep, but I'm not tired. I could stay here for a while, but I'll need to keep it moving. August sun, lavender, coffee cups, and Parisian cigarettes will help me with these bruises. And the ghost won't mind. Oh, I ain't afraid of no ghost, so I went down to the post as the rhubarb wax seal wasn't even drying. Now I seem to hear the doorbell every time I fall asleep, as I try to keep my facts in line. And I hope the ghost won't mind. My house was haunted for a week, the most beautiful ghost I've ever seen, and all the songs I wrote back then are no longer about you.
Yes, that is the song. I think it's cool. I'm happy with most of the parts. The bridge part didn't quite come out the way I imagined it, but I think it's cool, and and it definitely fits the vibe, and it's close enough, I think. Yeah, the mix isn't finished. It's just where it's at the moment. I wanted to capture this moment before it's finished, just because it's interesting, the stages of creation. Last time we did like the initial phase of creating something from scratch, and this time it's when it's nearly finished. And I think there's something to be learned every step of the way, and it's fun to document the process. And I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and bye bye.